What's going on, guys? Welcome to the greatest network of all time. This is the Press.start network, and welcome to the Sports Hub, where you are watching yours truly, MrGoldenSports, take you on a journey. And during this journey, we're going to go ahead and attempt to crack the top 1,000 on the leaderboards. And today, we're going to go ahead and play with the New York Jets. And I'm going against the Philadelphia Eagles. And as you guys know, there's a lot of things to be concerned about with the Eagles. They have great speed, such as Macklin, Jackson, even McCoy, Vick, even Selleck. Like, that team is extremely fast, and they're just really difficult to try and contain. So I'm gonna do my best to try and hit Vick as much as possible, try to get him out of the pocket, try and make him uncomfortable. But when he's out of the pocket, I gotta make sure I have my spies there to keep him contained. First possession, we end up forcing a punt, which is always good, so we have the opportunity to go ahead and score first. And look at Antonio Holmes. He's so strong. That man is eating his whole protein and fish. That man right there was so strong. Right there we go to burst, but it's unsuccessful. And as you guys know, Sanchez isn't the best thrower, so I got to keep it tight, got to keep it close. I got to run the ball. This right there is going to make me utilize my offense and make it more effective. Right there was not really a bad throw. It's just a bad user. That right there shows you how uncomfortable I am with the joystick. See how I just moved all the way to the left for absolutely no reason, trying to go ahead and use their face catch that. I'm so uncomfortable with the controller. I'm way more comfortable with the 360. I believe there's compatible 360 versions of the controller, which I got to go ahead and make an investment and buy, just because the thumbsticks to me they're too loose. Whereas only slight pressure, go ahead and move your character. And that's why I overrun things a lot. It's a lot different on Xbox. You have to apply just a little bit more pressure to move around. Right there, he ends up scoring first. And right here, this drive, I kind of understood that he can't stop the run. So right here, I go ahead and I just attack him with the run. And when I do pass, I want to make sure it's close and tight within 10 to 15 yards, because Sanchez's accuracy really isn't that great. Thomason right here on the toss gives me about 8 yards, and Thomason had a monster game. So did Sean Green. Even Antonio Holmes was running in the backfield. Everybody cracked over 70 yards. Right here, we end up with Sean Green inside, outside. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah. We end up wiggling out, wiggling in, and we end up going to the touchdown. Oh, he's mad. Somebody get him some sticky glue. He's real upset that happened. I would have raged so bad if that happened to me, but it happened to him, so we laugh at it and we move on. Right hand, 3rd and 13, we end up shutting that down. So he's forced again to punt, and we have opportunity to go up 2 scores. To take the lead, actually. And, right here's a big opportunity. But I muffed the ball. Like, are you serious? That right there, I have to say, I've never seen just a straight muff on a punt. That's the first time I've ever seen that. And I've played lots of Madden 360 games, also PlayStation games, and I've never seen that. So I guess it's the first time for everything. My guy just completely muffs the ball. Now the momentum is on his side, and you don't want to go ahead and give this ferocious Eagle offense any momentum, because then they start moving things together and they can become very, very difficult to stop. But luckily we end up hitting Vick just like he owes us child support. We end up sacking him. He ends up fumbling, so we recover the ball. So now we have another opportunity to regain the lead. Right there, Plexico burst with the huge spec catch right over the middle. And right here, as you see, I'm trying to utilize my tall receivers. Also try to keep it close, and also try to give the ball to my running backs as much as possible. They are going to be the best reason for me to win, if I'm able to win. But as I'm driving, I end up fumbling. Come on, again. Right when I was in at least field goal position, I end up fumbling, and that right there really hurt. Ah, man. So instead of scoring, hopefully I would have scored that drive, but instead of scoring, going up 7 points, now he has the ball, and he ends up scoring to go up 14-7. So now I have a 2-minute drive to go ahead and make something happen, hopefully put some points on the board where I can go ahead and receive ball back at halftime and then be able to take a lead. So right there, we go to Holmes, and right here we go back to Green, and as you can see, he's really having trouble with the run. So you're really going to see me run a lot this game. If he's not going to stop it, there's no reason I should. He refused to make adjustments. I kept on just manhandling him with the toss. Oh, look at Sanchez. He's so strong. Look at him looking like Vick. Look at him. Look at him. You take that, Vick. Look at Mark Sanchez looking like Vick. And he's just so strong. Somebody give him some protein during halftime. He deserves it. Excellent run right there. He ends up breaking the tackle from behind, and we end up scoring, tying the ball game, and doesn't leave much time left. But instead of trying to kill the clock and do the right thing, he ends up just passing the ball, and he ends up giving me the ball back, which I believe was a mistake. He should have just run the ball, kill the clock. So now I have very little time, but nonetheless I do have time for me to go ahead and try to do something and put some points on the board. And after pretty good punt return, I'm one play away out of doing that, and that's exactly what happens. But I'm unfamiliar with the Jets, and I didn't know that this shriveled up old kicker of this on this team can't even make a 50-yarder, so he ends up coming up short. But we're satisfied with the lead. I mean, with the results at the first half, and we also figured out that he's having real trouble stopping the toss right there. To get some speed right there, we end up switching Holmes back out, so he gets the toss, and Holmes rips away a pretty big one. And right here is where I just kept dominating him with the run. Again, he refused to make adjustments, so I'm not going to go ahead and change the game plan if he can't stop it. I'm switching up running backs between Green and Tomlinson, and everybody's doing good. And right there, we end up scoring. And I mean, it should be, to me, common sense if somebody is continuously beating you with something as simple as a toss to the right, and he keeps on crushing his lineman down and just not really making adjustments. So once I noticed that, I'm like, okay, now here's the chance for me to separate myself in this game. Just go ahead, keep doing the toss until he can stop it. Keep doing the running play until he can show me that he can stop it. Right here, we go back to Green, and we end up getting pretty good yardage to make it. Well, actually, he gets shut down, but on 3rd and 8, we drop back. We get a first down with the pass to, again, get us fresh downs. And again, we go back to the run, and Shaw Green ends up scampering all the way down for a touchdown. So, now we got a 2-possession lead. So next play, I figure I'll play a soft zone. Well, he ends up getting stopped, but the fullback dive ends up getting in. So next play, I'm like, we'll play a soft zone. We'll play it safe. But he goes over the top. That right there was my zone. That right there was my fault. So in just a blink of an eye, he ends up scoring. And, I have the ball again. And I have to execute. So what do? I continue to do what he can't stop, which is running the ball. I've had both running backs well over 100 yards. Santonio Holmes almost cracked it. He hit close to 70. So as you can see, Tomlinson and Green, just a two-headed monster have back there, really doing good. Tomlinson ends up scoring another touchdown, so we go up 14 points. And just, again, he starts moving the ball again. I need to be able to stop him to put the nail in the coffin. But he's staying alive. Staying alive. Staying alive. Staying alive. Man, I wish I could sing. If we didn't have no copyright issues on YouTube, that right there would have been a real good input to slide that song in right there. But unfortunately, we can't because Gloria Gaynor's going to want to come in. No, I mean the Bee Gees. They're going to want to come in and want their money. So unfortunately, we can't do that. But he ends up scoring, and now I got a 7-point lead again. So what do we do? Surprise, surprise. We end up hitting him again on the ground. Even though we get shut down on the first try, we end up going back to the toss on 2nd and 12, and it's working for us. We keep killing him with the run. Again, he's refusing to make adjustments and is making this game, very easy, where if I could keep the ball out of Sanchez's hands from passing, it's a lot better for me. Thomason on the toss to the left ends up taking it to the house, and on the very next possession for the Eagles, I end up holding him to a 4th down, and he ends up dropping back. And I know you see me. He's so disrespectful. Don't test my user. So he ends up throwing a pick, and we end up winning again. So we got another good game, and we're 2-0 so far on this road to the top 1,000. I want to thank you for your time, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to Press Start. Mr. Golden Sports signing out. Give it to me, baby.